Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with allthingsbbq.com, and this is the Bacon Jam Pub Burger. Well, in our quest to explore different types of burgers, as we celebrate National Burger Month, we come to the pub burger. Now, this is pretty much exactly what you're picturing if you've ever eaten a burger in a pub. It's usually a rather large patty, like half a pound or more. You're probably not going to find American cheese on it, likely something more hefty like a cheddar or a gouda. And then you're probably going to have onions in some capacity, maybe even with a little extra flair, which is what we're doing today. We're making an onion bacon jam to go on top of the pub burger, so let's start right there. So we're going to start by cooking down a half pound of diced bacon until it's crispy. While that's cooking down, we can slice up our onion. So one yellow onion, roughly 12 ounces. You're going to get it peeled and then just sliced fairly thin, pole to pole, following these lines. Well, the bacon's been cooking down for about 10 minutes now. You can see it's crisped up, rendered down. We're going to scoop the bacon out, leaving the bacon fat behind so we can cook our onions in that bacon fat. So sliced onions going in with the bacon grease now. We'll hit these with just a little bit of seasoning. We're gonna do about 2 teaspoons of the Cattleman's Grill 8-second ride. So just a lot of chili powder flavor going on here. Not a whole lot of salt. And these we're gonna cook down until they're translucent and just starting to brown. So just keep stirring this every once in a while. We'll check back in a few minutes. All right, these onions are looking good, translucent, good color. So at this point, we're gonna add in a couple teaspoons, about 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon of garlic, just minced garlic, and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. We'll let that brown sugar kind of melt down and the garlic get toasty before we add the remaining liquids. So about 60 seconds on the garlic and the brown sugar, and then we're gonna come in with a 1/4 cup of coffee. This is just a cold brew coffee, but you could use a hot coffee as well. Also got a 1/4 cup of maple syrup and a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Then we're gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme. And then finally, about a tablespoon of our Hoff and Pepper Wake Up Call hot sauce. This also has coffee in it. A lot of similar flavors actually. It's got some jalapeno, red jalapeno, coffee. There's even a little secret ingredient of curry powder in there at the end. This we want to come all the way up to a simmer, and we'll watch it start to thicken. All right, so you can see how syrupy this is. It's been reducing down for the last 5 minutes or so. So at this point, we're gonna turn off the heat. We're gonna transfer this to our food processor. So we got the onions and the liquid, and that thyme smells amazing. Don't sleep on the thyme. Even that little 1/4 teaspoon adds a lot of aroma. We're also gonna add back our bacon at this point. And then we just wanna break this down to the desired consistency. All right, so that's our jam consistency. I want it a little bit chunky so it's got the texture, but overall that's exactly what we're looking for. You get a little taste here. Oh my gosh. I just want to crawl inside this bowl and live in there. It's sweet, salty, just a touch of spice. Incredible flavors. All right, so let's move on now to doing another condiment for this burger, as well as slicing up our onions. Then we can get to the burger patties themselves. So we're just gonna do a barbecue burger sauce here. 1/2 cup of Duke's mayo for a base, and then a 1/4 cup of your favorite barbecue sauce. I'm using Big Rick's Original. And then just a little splash of pickle juice. So we're also gonna do some fresh onion in addition to all of that onion that's in the bacon jam, just because we want that fresh bite and the texture as well. If I ever get this peeled, we'll go ahead and cut some rounds out of it. And we're just gonna go fairly thin here so it doesn't overwhelm the flavor of everything else that's going on in this burger. Now for the burger patties themselves, we're doing half-pound patties today. And we're using the Creekstone Farms Brisket Blend burger pucks. These are each a 1/4 pound, so we'll just combine a couple to form each one of these patties. I'm gonna make sure we mix it all the way so we're not just stacking one on top of the other. And then I've got my makeshift burger ring here to give me a nice even burger from top to bottom. Just like that. Yeah, if you've got like a large mason jar lid, you could use that kind of thing as well. You can actually purchase these rings, or you can take apart a deli container like I did here. Now for the seasoning on the burgers today, I'm very excited to introduce you guys to the new Cattleman's Grill Lone Star Brisket Rub. Now this is a rub that I developed for Cattleman's Grill. It's very simple, but it's fantastic on beef of all sorts. Salt, pepper, a little garlic and celery seed, and that's it. No secret ingredients and nothing complicated. It's a little bit more than salt and pepper, but that just gives it just the right amount of depth. Big piece of meat, so do a hefty amount of seasoning on there. Now today we're cooking on the Yoder Smokers YS640S pellet grill. We're running it at 425 degrees with a direct grilling setup and our grill grate panels in place over the firebox. Now before we get the burgers on, I've got some Kaiser rolls that we're gonna be serving these burgers on that I wanna get toasted up just a little bit. So not putting any butter on the buns, just toasting them dry just to get the texture. You wanna make sure the bun can hold up to the burger. Happens pretty quick. Just need really like 60 to 90 seconds to get a little bit of color and texture on there. Now we're ready to come on with our cold burger patties. Place these right over the flame. Get some nice looking grill marks, a little bit of color, and then we'll give them a flip. So once these will easily release, we can go ahead and flip them. It's not going to be all the way cooked yet. We're going to do a couple of flips. Don't be afraid to flip these more than once. You're not going to hurt them. Starting to get some good color. That'll intensify as the fat drips out and this burger starts to cook down even more. It's been another 4 or 5 minutes now. We're going to give these another flip. Check out how it's doing on the opposite side. Still kind of light on color. That's fine. We're going to get there. We don't want to go too hot and fast with these. That's why we're grilling at 425 today. Because it's such a thick piece of meat, we definitely don't want to burn the outside before the inside gets all the way done. Another 5 minutes or so here, guys. We're ready to flip one last time. We're starting to get some really nice color on the burgers now. So what we're gonna do here to finish this out, we're sitting probably around, I'm gonna say 130 on most of these burgers right now. Yeah, in the 130s. We're gonna shoot for about 150 finishing temperature. So at this point, I wanna get some cheese on these so it gets fully melted before these are done cooking. We're gonna start with smoked gouda. And then we're actually gonna double down on cheese here and do a smoked cheddar as well. Checking finishing temperatures now. We are creeping right up on that 150 mark. Nice. All right, so 150 to 160 is where we're sitting. Let's go ahead and let them carry over off the grill. All right, so we're gonna bring everything together now, starting with our barbecue burger sauce on the bottom bun. So we'll top that with our very thin sliced red onion. All right, now coming in with our burger patty and our melted cheeses. We'll top it all off with that bacon jam. Which almost looks like a sweet, heavenly pate right on top of our cheesy brisket burgers. Oh my goodness. Top bun, and that's it. All right, you know we gotta see the cross section. Oh, it's juicy. Plenty juicy. All right, tasting time. Oh boy. You gotta unhinge your jaw a little bit to get all the way around it. That is a hefty burger. I mean, the beef itself is juicy, beefy, delicious. Simply seasoned with the salt and pepper. The bacon jam is really the star of that show. I mean, the way it's so sweet and salty at the same time. I'm not picking up on as much heat because there's so much other stuff going on here. You're also getting that sweetness out of the barbecue burger sauce that we put on. Kaiser roll holds up just right, but still squishes and soft enough. That's an ideal pick for a bigger burger like this. Really nice. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out allthingsbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoyed the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to allthingsbbq.com/thesauce. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.